This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, wearing the white trunks, trimmed with white, Tiny. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Barinas, Venezuela, a renowned 3-division champion of the world, Jorge Linares.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You couldn't even squeeze through to your seat. This is that packed. The atmosphere is ridiculous.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. These 2 fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. The perfect counter lands. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but don't expect these fans to be sitting down. We expect a standing ovation when these 2 are done.
For a fighter walking into a theater, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym, because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Done with that counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. He is down big time on the score.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round.
Here we go, it's round 2. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? The Venezuelan is rocked. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Don't get caught up on how many times this guy gets hit. He's a slugger, Johnny, and you know he's just waiting for his opportunity to strike back.
With sluggers, you cannot let them get into a rhythm because this is how they train. This is how they prepare for a fight. This is what they'll do all night. Do not dance their dance. You've got to use speed.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter punch caught him clean. Timing beats speed, speed beats power. Can't land the jab there. No rest for the weary. A perfect counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can...
On to the third. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And he scores with the counter. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Beautiful counter punch. They block that jab. Good counter punching. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Just misses with that jab. Punch, counter punch. Straight right, just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, make it look so easy.
You're switching up. You got complacent?
Nice round, good round. I like that, I'm happy. Stay focused.
You had everything in the bag, and now you let him back in.
On to the fourth we go. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? Catch and shoot. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Nice counter. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Those counter punches have to hurt. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Nope, that jab not going to score. Good counter punch. Couldn't land that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
You're way better than that guy.
There's the bell to start round 5. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you don't think them. You just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter shot. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. They exchange punches. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skillful.
So he will take a knee here and get a nice reprieve from the action.
What you're seeing right there is a heartbroken fighter.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. This is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Back on the job. There's a god-awful round.
Let's start the sixth. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? That counter shot lands. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Fantastic punch. Nice counter shot. And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get your shots off and don't get them in.
There's the bell to start round 7. Well, they got battered. He takes a knee, buys time, collects himself.
Best thing the fighter did, otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Do you believe what we are seeing? Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. He threw a punch and just got countered. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you think, come on, bell, ring away.
Because he's going to be confident.
And there's the bell for round 8. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Punch. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Now we've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
You'd like to see more jabs. And forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.